So you pulled off the inner clutch cover, part that came out with the water pump shaft we're going to replace with the new kit.
I didn't have a gasket last time I was in here for the clutch, I think. So I used RTV. This is the bad thing about using RTV. It makes a mess.
Now our 990 here, when I pulled off the clutch cover, all this little chocolate milk, and it's not really apparent to see. It's not as bad as I thought, but it ain't black. It's a nice chocolate milk, which means coolant was getting into the crankcase, which is a very bad thing, which is why we're doing this job in the first place. On the 950 we pulled the inner cover and it looks pretty clean, so the question is, where is the coolant going? On the left we have the 950's inner cover, and what did you say about where the failure was?
I think that it's possible that in addition to or instead of the seal, the shaft seal failing, that the RTV, I seated the bolts in too soon before the RTV had set up, and it looks like it basically squished most of it out because I haven't really cleaned this yet. And you can see on the mating surface there's not much goop in a lot of places, and that there are two ports here that could have leaked oil into the water through these ports just from a bad gasket. So let that be a lesson to you, folks. Use a real gasket.
And then on the 990, kind of seen, it's hard to see really, but there's little pools of coolant that are kind of coagulating on the part, so it was on the starting to really get bad. And also on the screen you can kind of see coolant as well, so it's a good thing we're doing this now, because the downside of this is a fried motor. And also, that's the filter, which is, notice the waves. That means water's been all over in there, impregnated it. So that's not good. So we need a new filter. So this seal is kind of blackened right here. I'm not exactly sure. It looks a little chewed up. Use these circlip pliers and we pulled the clip, and I can already see that there was some more coolant coagulating down there right by the shaft. So we just banged out the shaft and the seal, so check that out. That's goop, which means the seal of the shaft is what failed. So we're gonna fix it.
The technical term is Swiss mocha.
There's the other side of it.
Looks like the only discernible difference between the original pump cover and the upgraded pump cover is this bevel in here is not as pronounced in the old one. This is got more of a chamfer on it. Probably better flow. I never had much trouble with flow before, but what the heck, I'll take it.
Here's the 990 shaft and seal, the old on top, new on the bottom. You can see the old one has considerable wear and gook in the seal, so I'm just amazed that after 17,000 miles, you know, these things get pretty chewed up, but I guess they just wear out. Of the And that'll bake for 15 minutes.
Clean oil. Dirty oil, but
Yeah, I don't see any water in there.